Southern rock has always been about more than just music. It's stories of survival, rebellion, and pride set against roaring guitars and soulful voices. Some of its best moments never became everyday radio staples, but that doesn't make them any less powerful. In this countdown, we're revisiting 15 forgotten Southern rock classics that deserve another listen. These tracks may not top playlists today, but they shaped the sound and spirit of the genre. Let's dive back into the music that kept the Southern flame burning bright.
How can you stand there smiling after all?
Number 1, One More Time by Leonard. This track carries a weight unlike almost anything else in Southern rock.
So I'll take the word of a liar.
Originally recorded in 1971 during the Muscle Shoals sessions, it sat unreleased until 1977, finally appearing on Street Survivors just days before the tragic plane crash. Musically, it showed a softer side of Leonard's calling, a warm bass groove, heartfelt vocals, and a reflective mood that felt almost like a farewell.
I'm headed down that old road. She lost.
Because it wasn't one of their arena anthems, it slipped under the radar, overshadowed by the massive hits around it.
Take the word of a liar. One more.
But in hindsight, it feels poignant, a reminder of what might have been, and a glimpse into the depth that was lost too soon.
Jumped off a boxcar down around Tennessee.
Number 2, Railroad Song by Leonard. Leonard's catalog is packed with iconic tracks, which is why this gem from 1975 often slips through the cracks.
Feel cold and tired, kinda mad at the man.
Opening with a groovy harmonica line from Wet Willie's Jimmy Hall, it immediately set itself apart from their harder driving hits. The song unfolds as a rolling shuffle, telling the tale of a life on the rails, a perfect fit for Leonard's storytelling style. While it never reached the legendary status of Sweet Home Alabama or Free Bird, it remains a fan favorite for those who dig deeper. Its harmonica riffs and road-weary vibe prove that Leonard's greatness wasn't limited to just their biggest anthems. Number 3, Green Grass and High Tides by Outlaws. If there's a single track that defines the Outlaws' reputation among guitar players, it's this epic from their 1975 debut. Running nearly 10 minutes, it was far too long for most radio playlists, but that only added to its mystique. The song builds gradually, moving from country-flavored verses into a sprawling instrumental section powered by twin guitar fireworks. For fans who saw the band live, it became the highlight of every concert, a showcase of Southern rock's power and ambition. Though it never broke into mainstream airplay, it remains one of the genre's most beloved anthems, celebrated for its breathtaking solos. Number 4, Cruise Control by Dixie Dregs. The Dixie Dregs took Southern rock into uncharted territory with this instrumental powerhouse from 1977. Led by guitarist Steve Morse and violinist Alan Sloan, the track fused rock, jazz, and country with dazzling precision. Its complex structure and virtuosic solos showed a technical side of Southern rock that few bands attempted. Though it was never destined for radio airplay, The song became a showcase of the band's musicianship and genre-blending ambition. For fans of adventurous rock, Cruise Control remains a thrilling ride, expanding Southern rock's boundaries beyond its traditional framework. Number 5, Dixie Chicken by Little Feat. Released in 1973, this sly, funky tune became the defining track of Little Feat's career. Blending Southern rock with New Orleans R&B grooves, it stood out for its swampy piano, playful rhythm, and sly storytelling. The song introduced the world to the band's unique mix of funk, blues, and rock, a sound that influenced countless acts afterward. Although revered by musicians and die-hard fans, it never became a staple of mainstream classic rock radio. Today, it lives on as a cult favorite, its funky charm inspiring everyone from Bonnie Raitt to jam bands like Fish. Number 6, Hurry Sundown by Outlaws. By 1977, the Outlaws had carved a reputation for harmonies as bright as their guitar work was fierce. Hurry Sundown, the title track of their third album, delivered that balance perfectly. Soaring vocals set against a galloping rhythm. It blended country rock warmth with a hard rock punch, a sound that made them favorites on the Southern rock circuit. Though it never achieved the recognition of Green Grass and High Tides or There Goes Another Love Song, it became a staple at their concerts. Even today, its mix of urgency and melody makes it one of the Outlaws' most underrated achievements. Number 7, Don't Want You No More. It's Not My Cross to Bear by the Allman Brothers Band. In 1969, the Allman Brothers Band opened their debut album with a 1-2 punch that set the tone for everything that would follow. It began with a fiery instrumental, a cover of a British blues number, transformed into a sharp, tight showcase of twin guitar power. Without pause, it slid directly into It's Not My Cross to Bear, a slow, aching blues that let Gregg Allman's voice shine with gritty emotion. The medley captured the dual essence of the band, virtuosic musicianship on one hand, raw Southern soul on the other. While later classics like Whipping Post and Ramblin' Man overshadowed it, this opener remains a masterclass in blending precision and passion. Number 8, How Can I Slow Down by the Marshall Tucker Band. Released in 1974, this deep cut revealed a different side of the Marshall Tucker Band. Instead of a straightforward radio single, it leaned into a loose, improvisational feel, one that captured their jam band roots. Toy Caldwell's guitar lines danced around a subtle horn section, while Doug Gray's soulful delivery gave the track an emotional center. It was never released as a single, which explains why it's often overlooked, but it remains a perfect example of the group's versatility. For listeners who know them only for hits like Can't You See, this track offers something richer, a blend of blues, horns, and heartfelt Southern groove. Number 9. Whiskey by the Charlie Daniels Band. Before the world knew Charlie Daniels for The Devil Went Down to Georgia, his band released a rougher, blues-driven rocker, simply titled Whiskey. Featured on a 1974 album, it came before their breakthrough moment, yet it showcased all the grit and fire that would define their style. The song roared with a hard-charging rhythm section, built on guitar riffs that leaned more into raw rock than polished country crossover. It rarely appears on greatest hits packages today, largely overshadowed by Daniels' later chart toppers, but at the time it carried the spirit of Southern rebellion. For fans digging deeper into the catalog, Whiskey remains a powerful snapshot of the band at its most unfiltered, full-throttle best. Number 10. Dancin' Man by Blackfoot. Blackfoot may be best remembered for Train, Train, and Highway Song, but this 1977 cut shows their lighter, funkier side. Built around a groovy bass riff and scorching guitars, it poked fun at disco while slyly embracing the danceable energy of the era. The track captured a different flavor of Southern rock, playful, adaptable, and not afraid to mix humor with power. Despite its catchy vibe, it was quickly eclipsed by the band's more serious hits, leaving it off most radio rotations and greatest hits lists. Still, it stands as proof that Blackfoot had range. Dancin' Man might not be their biggest anthem, but it's one of their most infectious. Number 11. On the Prowl by Molly Hatchet. By the early 80s, Molly Hatchet was trying to prove they were more than just the band behind Flirtin' with Disaster. Released on their 1983 comeback album No Guts, No Glory, this track delivered exactly that: guts and swagger. Driven by dueling guitar harmonies, the sound leaned heavier than many of their Southern rock peers, with a metallic edge that made it stand out. Danny Joe Brown's gritty, whiskey-soaked vocals gave the song its attitude, painting the picture of a band still hungry and dangerous. Although the album revived some attention for Molly Hatchet. This tune slipped into the shadows, remembered mostly by dedicated fans. Today, it deserves more recognition as a showcase of the band's harder, late-night side, proof that Southern rock could go heavy without losing its soul. Number 12. Fire on the Mountain by the Marshall Tucker Band. A year later, the Marshall Tucker Band added their own chapter to Southern rock history with this storytelling classic. Released in 1975 on Searchin' for a Rainbow, it became the band's first top 40 hit and quickly turned into a fan favorite. The track's defining feature was its fiddle line, played by none other than Charlie Daniels, who had originally wanted the song for himself. Blending country, rock, and folk influences, it showcased the band's ability to weave vivid narratives through music, adding depth to their jam band reputation. Even today, its fiddle hook and frontier spirit stand out as one of the Marshall Tucker Band's most enduring contributions to Southern rock.
Say you got the blues.
Number 13. Keep on Smilin' by Wet Willie. In 1974, Wet Willie broke through with a song that radiated pure optimism. Coming out of the Southern soul rock tradition, it blended bluesy swagger with an infectious groove that felt like sunshine on vinyl.
Brother, keep on smiling. Say yeah.
Frontman Jimmy Hall carried the track with his gritty yet uplifting voice, switching seamlessly between vocals and harmonica. That dual role gave the band its signature character, raw but full of heart.
Are you a farmer? Are you a star?
The song peaked at number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100, marking the band's first top 40 success and cementing their reputation beyond the Southern circuit. What made it memorable was its mood. Even when the decade brought turbulence, this track reminded listeners to keep pushing forward with a smile. Though it became their signature song, it's largely absent from modern classic rock playlists, an overlooked gem that deserves far more spins today. Number 14. Wild-Eyed Southern Boys by 38 Special. By 1981, Southern rock was evolving, blending its raw roots with a polished, arena-ready sound. 38 Special struck that balance perfectly, and this track showcased their rebellious spirit. The song came from their album of the same name and celebrated the untamed energy of Southern youth, brash, free-spirited, and unashamedly bold. Although it was the third single released from the record, it stood tall as a snapshot of the band's early sound before their big commercial crossover. Critics noted that even as 38 Special leaned toward radio-friendly hooks, this song still kept their Southern identity intact. Over time, however, it was overshadowed by later mega hits, leaving it tucked away as an overlooked gem in their catalog. Number 15. Don't Misunderstand Me by Rossington Collins Band. In 1980, just 3 years after the tragic Leonard plane crash, surviving guitarist Gary Rossington and several other alumni regrouped. The song hit the charts in late 1980, fueled by its tight twin guitar interplay, a signature Southern rock trait carried over from Leonard's legacy. But what set it apart was Dale Krantz's vocals. Powerful, soulful, and commanding, she brought a fresh perspective into a genre still dominated by men. The lyrics reflected independence and strength, themes that resonated deeply with listeners who knew the backstory of survival behind the band. Though the group only released 2 albums before disbanding, this song remains a soaring anthem, proof that out of tragedy, powerful music could still rise. Southern rock was always more than a handful of hits. It was stories, struggles, and soul poured into guitars, drums, and voices that came straight from the South. These 15 forgotten gems prove that the genre ran deeper than radio ever showed. Some were overshadowed, others faded too quickly, but each holds a piece of the Southern spirit that can still raise a chill today. If you've got a favorite track that deserves another listen, drop it in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll keep digging up the hidden treasures of rock history.